Camera number 63 of 365 is the Nikon F50. A camera that requires a battery to operate all its functions. So let's go straight ahead and put a battery by lifting the bottom off, and you can see that it takes this, get the number of it now, there we go, 2CR5 battery, and put the terminals face down, and then we're good to go. So looking at the front of the camera, to take the lens off we press the lens release button, which is very prominent there. It's an autofocus camera, so we can choose to have autofocus, or we can, by switching the lever, move to manual focus. And then we have a red self-timer button and also sensor. So put the lens back on the camera by lining it up. There we go. Put it back on. Looking to the top plate. Now this camera has a dual personality, as can be seen from this lever here. We can choose to go simple or advanced. So if we turn the camera on, and we've chosen simple, by pressing the menu button here, and we can always go back to any of our options by pressing that button, but otherwise we have 4 options open here to us in simple mode. The first one is auto, so by pressing the button that corresponds to that, the camera now effectively takes on the point and shoot persona, where the camera makes all the decisions regarding aperture and shutter speed. So if we press the menu button again, we can then go to landscape mode, or we can go to portrait mode, or we can go to macro mode, and the camera is optimized for all of those different functions. We also have a self-timer button that is available in both simple and advanced mode. So we mentioned advanced mode, so if we move the lever back to, or the dial to advanced mode now, by pressing the menu button we now go to the more traditional 4 modes: program mode, shutter priority mode, aperture priority mode, or manual mode. So if we choose manual mode, because there's no dials on this camera, they are the buttons only, so to change aperture we go up an aperture by pressing that right button, or we can go down, and the same with shutter. Shutter speeds up, shutter speeds down. And that's in fully manual mode. And when you look through the viewfinder you get all the information: aperture, shutter speed, and focus indicator, which is a little green light lamp, or out of focus with the 2 buttons. I think they're red lights if I remember rightly, either side of that. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We have an auto exposure lock, and then of course the flash button. So to put a film into the camera, we simply open the lever of the film chamber, and then we just drop the film into the camera. It's DX coding, so we don't have any options regarding film speed. I believe the camera will automatically go to 100 ISO. If we're in manual mode, of course, we can compensate for that if we choose to. And then the camera will automatically rewind the film back into the canister once the film has reached the end, or we have a little button on the base there which allows us to mid-roll rewind of the film. And that's pretty much it really for the Nikon F50, which has been camera number 63 of 365.